Hi everybody, this is Bobby with bobbystamps.blogspot.com. I'm going to show you how I made my Mother's Day card for this month's blog hop. You can see it. And this is the Calypso Coral cardstock is what we used. I'm going to put this over here. What we need, the only ink pad that we're going to use is Mossy Meadow. And then you're going to need a little bit of sponge just to do the sponging around the edge of the tag. We're going to use this dotted lace. I'm not sure if it's the dotted lace. Yeah, it's the dotted lace in Tip Top Taupe. And then you're going to need the gold sequins trim. We're going to peel a few of those off. You're going to need the Petite Petal punch, I think is the name of that punch. The sentiment, I'm very limited on my stamp sets for Happy Mother's Day. I just found that out. So this is the only one I had that had Mother's Day and Happy Mother's Day to put the two together. So it's not that fancy of a card. And then we're using the First Sight and we're using the stamp there to create the leaves. And then you're also going to need the It's My Party enamel dots. And then we're going to use the basic pearl jewels. And then for the tag, what I used was the Lots of Labels framelits. And I used the 3. If you count inwards, it's... just count 1, 2. It's the 3, 4th, and 5th ones are the ones I used. And then the designer paper. I'm not sure of the name of that, but I'll put the name of it on the in the supply list for you guys. But that's what I used to punch out the little flowers, and then also the background there. And then you just run it through the Big Shot. I've already got my paper cut and scored, and it's just a standard A2 size, scored at 4 1/4. But you just take the I believe it's the 4th thinlet, and that's how you get the designer paper. And then if you put the 4th and the 5th one together, you're going to get this frame. And then this, of course, is the smaller one. So that's how we do our frame. So I'm not going to show you that on camera. It takes too long. So we're just going to go ahead and grab our paper. I'm going to go ahead and get it scored. And we'll open up the Mossy Meadow. So really quick card. It didn't take me long at all to get it put together. So ink up our stamp. And then if you want to, as your guide, you could kind of lay this there. So that way that will kind of help you determine where you're going to put your flowers. And then I like to just do a little bit there at the bottom. And then do that one there. And then you want to turn it. So we'll do this one up there. Whoops. Kind of adjust it back where we're going to want it. Now this one you just got to be careful because you don't want the flower to go into the where you're going to put your sentiment, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to cover it. And then I think that's good enough. I might do a little one right there. Clean my stamp. I like to clean my stamps as I go. We're going to not need that again until we do our sentiments, and I think we'll just go ahead and do that since we already have it opened up, and then we can close it up and be done with it. So let me grab that really quick. I'm going to stamp the happy first. And it's kind of hard to see where I'm got the camera in between my arms, so I'll do my best. And then we'll put our Mother's Day on there. It looks pretty straight. And then this one you just got to make sure that you don't run off the the paper. It's a little bit crooked, but it's okay. You guys know I'm doing it just so you can see how I put the card together. So that's pretty much that. I'm going to take a little bit of the I think this one's, yep, Mossy Meadow. And then just do lightly around the tag. And then I'm going to go ahead and lightly go around this too, because I think it kind of just looked plain in the first one I did. I didn't do this around the one that I just showed you that I made. So this one is going to have just a little bit more depth to it. So we'll put that there. Okay, that's it for that. Now the fun part comes with, we'll go ahead and kind of figure out where you want to put your label at. And I think maybe right about there. I'm going to go ahead and think first and do my ribbon though before we do that, just because it kind of gets in the way when we're trying to put the pearls on and align them. So I just kind of walked it through. Grab my snips. You want to make sure that you have enough to tie it off. So just kind of pull it up towards the top and then tie it in your knot. I'm not sure if this one, if we have enough to make it into a bow, we might try to do a bow on this one. If I can grab a hold of it. I might not. Nope, I didn't cut enough, so we'll just go ahead and do the basic knot like I did on the first one. I feel like I'm all fingers right now. And then I went ahead on mine and actually I wanted a little bit of a thicker knot. So you kind of do it twice. And then you can kind of cut off your excess like that. And this one I don't think it got at an angle, so I'm going to go ahead and just angle that up a little bit so it looks a little bit better. We'll just kind of pull on it. Okay. And then we're going to trying to find my glue. We'll use, I love this one. This is the two-way glue pen. And I love it. Because it goes on blue and then it dries clear. And it's perfect for projects like this. So we'll just grab that, and again just kind of make sure you're centering it. And that's what I like about this too, because this glue, you can move it if you get it crooked. So we'll put that there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use the glue pen again on the Designer Series paper. And then it should fit just really snug because it was cut right out of that. And then this we use for the last one, for the sentiment. We're going to pop it up on some glue dots and put one in each corner. And just kind of center it where it looks like it would have just fit right in. Then we're going to grab our jewels, and I've started off with the big ones, and you can just pick random spots. I like to put them on like the end, and we'll do one right there, and we'll do one here, And we'll do one here. Do one up there. And one right there. I think that looks good. And then you can always go back over and kind of like snug that so it's kind of out of the way. I think we're going to put one more up in this area. We'll just do one right there. That's cute. And then on the other one, I took some of the tinier glue dots and I just put, or not glue dots, pearls. They're not glue dots, guys. Kind of did a couple on each end. Kind of makes it look a little bit fancier. And then I also added a big one here. And then a smaller one there. And another smaller one here. And that's it for the pearls. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Designer Series paper. And I like to do it upside down so you can kind of see. And you're only going to need 3. So do 1, 2. And that one I might have to do over. Not sure if it cut it right. Yep, it looks okay. And then I just take my bone folder and just kind of curl the leaves up. I've seen people take like pens and like your water spritzer bottle, because it's got that, I'll show you, it's got like this nice round corner or in there, so you could kind of like move it up on that, but I kind of like mine to be a little bit flatter too, but it's just, it's your preference. Whoops, kind of got rough with that one. This is the best way I have found to do it, is just take your bone folder, kind of put the paper over, push down, whoops, gently. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the Mossy Meadow just to ink up the edges of the paper just a bit. And that makes it just look so much prettier, I think. And it's okay if you get it like I'm doing, because I am kind of purposely going in a little bit on the flower just to give it some dimension. So I do like to, you can see I'm just not really, oops, caring going in on the paper like that. And then we'll use our glue dots for this. So we'll just take one of the flowers and grab ourselves a glue dot. Move these out of our way. And I think we'll just do one like right there. And then grab another one. Oops, I think that got on my finger instead of the back of the paper. Let's try it again. And then we're going to do one over here. And then the last one, if I can get that paper to move so I can grab the glue dot, we'll put it up here. And then you can go back and take your snips, your bone folder, whatever you want to use to kind of curve those back up a little bit. Okay. And then for the inside of the flower, I just chose to use the bigger, or I'm sorry, the littler. Whoops. That glue's really good. It doesn't want to let go. There we go. Just kind of put it in the middle, press down on it. And we'll do the same with the other two. And kind of just center that one. Okay. Then we're just going to take these drills, and all I did when I first used these the first time was just snip it, and then you can pull off however many you're going to need. So let's do one. I think I'm going to cut it again because I think there's a knot right there. We'll just cut it right there. One just went flying at me. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if that last one, yep, it's going to come off. 6. We'll just leave that. And then again, this is where I love this little pen. So you can just make a little mark. Pick up your glue dot. Or I'm calling everything glue dots today. That one's a little bit bent, but I think it might stay with the help of the scissors. And then you just kind of pick wherever you want to place those. You could probably use glue dots on these too. But I like this glue because, like I said, it dries clear. Put one down here, one there. And you have time to, it's not going to dry super fast. You could use the fine tip glue pen too for this, guys, if you wanted to. And let's see, where else can we put one? I think maybe right there needs one. Just slide it into place. I think that's all I'm going to do. I had one extra, I took off one too many, but that's okay. So there you go, guys. That is the quick and easy Mother's Day card that I made for Team Stampit's Block Hop. Thanks for stopping by, guys.